Here we are at the China Ranch Date Farm. That's looking up at the gift shop. Not exactly sure where we're going, but we're going to try and figure it out. Here we go, off on our hike. Lots of greenery around here. There must be a lot of water, because we are out in a dry area, part of the driest area on the earth. Not too far from Death Valley. Plenty of water flowing today. Let's follow Julie, as usual. Look at all the greenery. Very pretty down here. The Amargosa River, a ribbon of green. Well, we took the right fork here when there was a chance to take a right. Just not too far down from the beginning of this hike. Kind of an interesting area, to say the least. So dry, except for this Amargosa River going through this. There's a lot of history in this area. The Spanish Trail. Well, I think this is the historical Saloon building. Let's take a peek around it. See if we can get a cold beer. Oh, here's the cold storage. Like the old wall tumbled over. Well, we passed that little building, whatever it is. I think it's the old Saloon building, that's what they call it here. What an interesting area. Here's the old railroad bed. Julie's going to tell you a little information about it.
This is the Acme siding, an ore loading site. It's an ore loading site and stop on the Tonopah and Tidewater Railroad from 1905 until 1938.
Interesting. So they loaded, looks like borax. Anyway, they loaded some type of ore here, and it was also a regular stop on the railroad. You can still see the old railroad bed. So this is down below the old ore loading site. And we're going to go down and cross the rail bed, and I think we crossed the river. And then we're going to go look to see if we can find a slot canyon. They must have had some short bridges across these areas where the washouts are. You can see kind of the abutment of one up there. This is looking back down the rail bed. And it goes that way a little ways too. It's getting kind of rough over here though. Here's a little sign that says Slot Canyon. The gem of the desert, the Amargosa River. It begins north of Las Vegas and meanders south for 200 miles. The Amargosa's flow is largely underground. It resurfaces in the town of Shoshone and Tecopa, and then here in the Amargosa Canyon. It finally winds its way to the floor of Death Valley at 282 feet below sea level, where it disappears into the sand, never to resurface again. Interesting. It's flowing pretty good right here. The old Amargosa, the gem of the desert. I wonder if this flow is from meltwater or what it's from. Let's keep the camera on Julie because she looks like she's about to get wet. She's making it so far. I don't know if those are fish or like tadpoles. They don't look like fish, do they? They bury in the sand. Alright, look at all the reeds. We crossed the river and now we're heading up this wash. Look at all the quail. Oh, I didn't want to scare them. And into the little slot canyon we go. Actually, it's not so little, it's fairly tall. Gotta be 100 feet anyway. Let's see what we find. Shade feels good. Oh, that cool breeze feels good. That's a tall one. Ouch. A little bit of an obstruction here. Ooh, nice move, Julie. I don't think I can do it. My arms aren't as long as yours.
I'm stuck.
No, you're not. Use your back and push off against the wall. Put your right foot up a little. Wedge up against the wall. There you go. Gotta turn your butt to the left.
No, why don't you turn that up and help me out?
No, because you gotta do it. Turn your butt to the left.
Can't.
Turn your butt left and wedge it in there. There you go. Then push off with your right foot against the wall to the back. There you go. There you go. You look like a rock climber. I'm not sure I can do that move. You got longer arms and legs than I have. Nice work, old girl.
Thanks.
Now hold on a second. You might have to pull me up there. I made it. Let's see if old Julie can do it. I don't know if she looked at my move or not. Well, that's about the end of it for me today. Well, it wasn't the biggest slot in the world, but it's pretty cool, I guess, if you're in the neighborhood. It's tall enough, that's for sure. This doesn't go very far back. Looks like it'd be fun climbing some of this stuff, doesn't it? Ouch. Back down the wash we go. See what else we can find around this area. Well, that's looking back at the slot. We're back here on the rail bed. We got past the nude sunbathers without incident. Julie had to stop and take an extra peek, but we're taking a slightly different trail back. Look at the old railroad ties. Well, we're on a little lower trail than we came in on. You can see the palms up there. We're going in the jungle. Since we didn't take this one on the first try, let's try it this time. See what the old river looks like. Well, the old spring is running pretty good, if that's what this is.
Feels good.
All the little arrow back to the ranch.